I'm recording. I'm present.
Hey!
Look at that
Woo!
waveform move as I
Wow.
speak.
Crazy.
Such a change. So nice. It's nice to not be talking to a ghost. That was
Have you
spooky.
seen the previous episode, Zero? Did you see what happened?
No.
It was great.
So, we recorded an entire episode, and about 50 minutes in, it's not 50 minutes in the released episode because I cut out silences. I realized that my recording was not recording. I did not loop back my audio through my headphones, so Audacity didn't record it because Windows decided we don't need him to use that feature right now, so we're going to turn it off for him because we're a bunch of good guys here at Microsoft. Yeah. Doing favors.
Well, that sounds very nice.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's a word for it.
It felt like a waste to just delete the entire thing that we had just recorded a full episode. So I just cut out the most egregious silences. Like, I think the longest ones I left were about half a minute. Just to let it sink in that, yeah, this is really stupid and people should stop listening.
No, you gotta listen to the whole thing.
Yeah, you can. I mean, you and
Every
Patient got your whole things out and everything, so that was cool. Yep.
That was fun.
It's a word. Yeah. So, real
So we're good
episode
now.
this time. Yeah. And everybody's here. Everybody's here.
Yeah, it's been a while since we had a full cast one.
Yeah. Cool beans. Might be an idea to pretend we didn't record the last episode so that people can, actually listen to a good version of it. Maybe. I don't know.
I mean, what do you mean?
I mean, just go through everything significant that we went over last time. If in truncated form, maybe.
I forget everything I said.
Fair enough.
I definitely watched Multiverse Bandos, so that was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, you watched that?
Yes,
I also saw it.
and quite enjoyable. I think I mentioned one of the characters being named America made a lot of lines really cringy. I wasn't really about that. Wasn't
Right.
egregious or anything,
Yeah.
but it was.
I remember that. And I made a joke about Fallout the Frontier because that was a whole thing. Only that was silent for reasons.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Age
Yeah,
of Consent.
America Chavez is a newer character. In
To
the
the
comics.
movieverse, yeah.
In the comics, she's a new character, like the last 10 years.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, because I did actually wind up looking up her Wikipedia entry. I was looking for something else actually, and she was like one of the most popular searched things. So I just popped over and checked it out. But it's pretty cool. So
Presumably because of this is why it's
Yeah.
searched.
oh, definitely yes.
Who the hell is this and why are they called America?
Yeah. But yeah, no. Based on the Wikipedia article, they did a really good job of bringing her to the movieverse. They didn't like drop out a bunch of abilities and change her completely or anything. So that's cool. Let's see. I got Dragon Quest Builders. I'm not sure if I actually mentioned that.
Oh yeah, I played Builders 2 a while back.
Yeah, that's the one I got. Sorry, I should have specified.
Yeah.
Because it was on sale. It was like $10, something like that. It's just kind of awkward Minecraft. It's enjoyable, but like the game won't ever let me do what I want. It's always I'm always working towards something.
Yeah, it is kind of frustrating like that. Like where it says, "Hey, make 3 gigantic squares of grassland in your main hub area," and it's very finicky with where it will let you actually make them, so it makes the whole thing just kind of an inconvenience of what you actually would want to do with that area. Like,
Yeah.
you can have all of these plans in your mind for what you want to do, but it's like, no, do this very specific thing for us.
Yeah, the main quest sends you off onto this island, Fairview, where you got to restore a bunch of farms, and that farming community looked really fucked up because like I had plans to make it more organized. The game's like, no, arrange it like this.
Yeah. That's kind of frustrating. I get why they did it. Because in that sort of game, it's very easy to get lost and distracted and bored and get annoyed with what the game wants you to do and it not really conveying what you're able to do very well. So it very carefully holds your hand as it guides you through all of the tutorials for how it thinks you should do things and how everything should be arranged because it knows best. Don't worry, children. The game knows best. It'll help you through all this difficult stuff that is the entire gameplay of being able to do it all yourself in exactly the way you want. But shut up, this is the game, so go with it.
Yeah. I'm not sure if it's a programming issue or if it's the game. I was going against the layout the game wanted too much, but I made like a bunch of small rooms for people to sleep in. Apparently, the game really wants you to just make one massive room with 1,000 beds in it because the people couldn't find those rooms. Like they wouldn't actually go into those sleeping areas to sleep. They would just pass out outside of my city.
Yeah. Tiny rooms are a problem. Like, it does take a little bit of space for them to be able to get in and go to a bed.
Yeah. The downside of that is the personalized rooms, the ones you can actually put a nameplate on and they sleep in that room guaranteed. They can't be too big or the game thinks they're just a generic tiny room.
Yeah.
You can put things in rooms to turn them into specific rooms. And the game doesn't always make it clear how that works. But I really appreciate the fact that you can turn your camera from third person to first person though. That's really good.
Yeah.
Because then it's way easier to lay blocks in first person, that's for sure.
Yeah.
It is a fun game. So
I had fun with it. Yeah. It's just a little frustrating sometimes.
Yeah. Let's see. I've also been playing some Diablo 3. That's been something I've done last week and this week.
Hit up the
I played a
auction house.
lot of... Yeah, without that. I played a lot of Diablo 2 over the past few weeks because it's something fun to bond with my family over. We can just report the crazy things we found, which was nice. But decided to give 3 another try, and I've been playing that recently. It's been fun. It's objectively worse than the second game, but it's something a little different. So, yeah. And let's see, I've taken up LARPing again, so I've been going to practices. That's been, I feel old, because I feel like I want to die after one practice. My hips hurt a lot.
Yeah, that's probably not great.
I'm not sure how much of that is old and how much of that is actual hip problems that the surgery's mostly fixed, but yeah.
I mean, some of it might be from being a little less active recently.
Probably a lot of that. Yeah. It is a lot of muscle burning. So
yeah, specifically because of the whole surgery of, hey, don't move for several weeks.
Yeah, months actually.
Yeah, that's probably hurting you even more than the hips thing is.
No activity. Yeah, I can definitely see that. That's fair. I don't think I've really done much else. I made a brief trip home to get LARPing gear because I accidentally left it all home, or rather, I didn't have the room to take it up with me. So, driving 9, actually it's now full on 10 hours because it's a 5-hour drive now. It's not great, but it's something. I got podcasts. It's fine. I got caught up on Adventure Zone.
I hear there's
Man,
a
that's
really cool podcast where some dudes talk to a ghost.
yeah, it was great. I could only hear 2/3 of it, but man, what I did hear was pretty great.
Yeah, the ghost didn't talk back much.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that's it. That's all I've wrote down.
Hey Zero,
Yeah.
how's the plague?
Oh, I've recovered from COVID. I acquired COVID, and then I promptly defeated it.
Did you get a good deal on it?
Yeah,
Traded in something?
yeah, brand new car.
Nice.
And I went to a wedding for a friend from high school. She was getting married.
Oh,
So me and another friend from high school were the only two people from high school invited. So we didn't know anybody else there.
Oh, yeah, fair.
So I flew down there over to San Diego. It was on the guy that she was marrying was I think he's either in the Navy or going into the Navy. It was on a naval base where the wedding was. So we went in there. It was a lovely time. I got onto the dance floor. I did some sick dance moves.
Did you kick anyone?
No, but they were cheering me on.
Oh, well, that's fair. That's
They
kinda cool.
greatly enjoyed my enthusiasm versus the barely moving dancing that everybody else was doing.
yeah.
Ah,
Um,
As long as you're having fun with it, who cares?
yeah,
yeah.
exactly. And then we had to go, and yeah, I got on the plane back, and then a few days later, oh hey, I got COVID.
Yeah.
Good news is because of the ability of vaccination and booster, the symptoms weren't that bad. I mean, the first when it first really hit me, I had an awful, terrible time. I didn't even realize I had COVID at first, but I was like, I'm really sick, and I took a COVID test, and I was positive. My parents didn't believe that I had COVID. They're like, "Oh, you just trying to get out of work?" I'm like, "No, no, 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 no. I think I'm not feeling very good. It's fever, a bit of nausea, headache, just hard to breathe in general with like stuffiness and congestion. But yeah, after the first couple days, I gradually just kind of recovered, and now I am COVID negative.
Yay.
Nice.
That also meant that during that time, I was basically heavily isolated in my room, so as to not spread it to the rest of my family. That was depressing. I
Yeah.
actually missed the sun. I was like, oh no, I need to get out of here.
I can't relate.
But
I can't relate to that. I have been in my cave for a while. A long while.
That is
yeah,
fair.
well, yeah, that is fair.
Outside is scary.
It is. Screw the outside. Stay inside. Great.
But yeah, I got to leave my prison, and that's very nice. I don't I have full like control over my sense of smell, my sense of taste. Like those don't get damaged at all. There's no permanent damage or anything. I'm perfectly fine.
Still like all the same things.
Yeah. While that was happening, they dropped a Pokemon home update that allows you to transfer your Pokemon from Sword and Shield to BDSP or Pokemon Legends Arceus.
Nice.
provided that those Pokemon exist in those games.
Yeah.
And so I was playing Pokemon, and I remember the reason why I had stopped playing VDSP was because I was shiny farming for Arceus, because it's the only game where he is like no longer shiny locked.
I assume that means he can't become a shiny.
He can't become a shiny in any other game except for Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl.
Gotcha.
Which sucks. So I was like, well, I'm going to do this. I'm going to take this opportunity. And I got the shiny Arceus to spawn. And he showed up, and I was like, yo, wow, yeah.
Did he immediately run?
And I set out my Giratina because, this Arceus knows Hyper Beam. So I'm just going to send out a Ghost type so he doesn't, KO him. And just kind of whittled him down with some weak Dark Pulses. Because I don't have anything that has False Swipe. And okay, cool. I got him in the yellow. One more, and he'll be like just perfect.
It was a crit, wasn't it?
It was a crit.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I critted the Arceus.
Isn't it largely pointless to reduce their health though? Like sleeping effects and poison and things are way better. Or is that different in that?
It does dramatically increase the chances of success to lower health, because Arceus has a 0.4% catch rate.
Wow.
With a regular Pokeball. If you lower it and like paralyze it and use a timer ball after the maximum amount of turns have passed, that can go up to like 10%.
That's still rough.
Yes. So yeah, I critted my shiny Arceus. It was a Giratina that did it. I've now named the Giratina Star Shatter because it killed God.
That's pretty fun.
You chuny motherfucker.
And I was then like, well, I guess I reset, so I guess I'll just keep grinding. And then I looked, I was like, there's got to be an easier way to do this, right? And I looked, it's like, well, there's this one YouTube channel that says if you use this technology I have to count the blinks, you can find out what RNG seed you're on, and then you can find out the exact frame and how long it will be until that frame for it to be a shiny.
Wow.
And I was like, okay, let me try that. And
really? That you didn't immediately go, oh, I'm too deep. I'm not even playing a game anymore.
And then it didn't work, so I was like, you know what? It was like the tech was getting errors. I don't have a capture card. I couldn't do it the best way. And I was like, okay, fine. So I went over to a certain Twitch channel called Rocket's Black Market.
Okay.
And I generated an Arceus that is shiny. And I grabbed it. It's mine now.
Well, it's yours now. It's in your box. That's all that matters.
Yeah, that's all.
All you had to do was associate yourself with Team Rocket.
Yeah, you know what? I think that Team Rocket gets a bad rep. Honestly, I think that they bring a convenience to the world.
You say, giving an endorsement as you shove a shiny Arceus right back.
I mean, okay. He's got a point. Like, Team Rocket, I mean, they were trading Pokemon for, like, actual money, and that was legal. Like, that was their front.
That's a valuable service, obviously.
Valuable service. You know, I have made use of Team Rocket's services since then to aid me in some Pokemon that I've wanted for a very long time, but I've not had the opportunity to get. These
there you go.
Pokemon are technically legal, so that's fine.
That's all that matters.
Yeah.
You're technically legal. The best kind of legal.
I honestly, I don't really give a crap if you hack your Switch to get like, or hack your Pokemon game to get a shiny Pokemon. I've never cared about that. When I was a kid, I used an action replay on my Gen 4 game
I mean, yeah, that's
to
fair.
to be like, okay, I can now catch trainers Pokemon, and every Pokemon I catch is like level 100 and shiny. So I went and I stole Cynthia's Garchomp.
You know, I'm glad I slurred the word legal in the last thing I said. Legal in the last thing I said. Because that was a perfect, like, no background, perfect rip of me saying what I said before. And I don't want that to be on the internet, of me saying that.
That's fair.
That could be used in some suspicious contexts.
But yeah, I personally think that Team Rocket is a boon to our society. and that they should be allowed more privileges and tax exemptions.
They give them voting rights too. Why not? Corporations are people now.
If I didn't get that Arceus, it was going to haunt me for years.
Yeah, that's fair. That sounded like a rough situation to be in, where it's just, you're there, you could have captured it.
Yeah. Like, I've got plenty of shiny Pokemon through my own effort. But sometimes you just don't want to spend 100 hours farming for one slightly different colored Pokemon.
You already put in the work. It's not like you're not willing to do it. It's just, yeah.
I mean, me personally, I don't really see the appeal of the shiny Pokemon unless their alternate coloration is more attractive, or at least as attractive as the normal source.
That's usually the case.
I agree with you.
Having a shiny Pokemon, fine, that's nice, but I'm not going to go hunting for a Pokemon just because it's shiny. I'm going to go hunting for a shiny Pokemon because I like its shiny form.
Yes.
If I stumble onto one, I probably won't pass it up. I mean, I caught a green Teddiursa in my Pokemon Legends Arceus game, and I like the coloration of shiny Ursaluna much better than the normal.
Yeah, it looks great.
Yeah. But just... there are plenty of Pokemon that either don't look better when they're shiny, or in the case of one like Regice, you can't really tell the difference.
Yeah. But in cases like Aegislash, that becomes a black and red sword and super edgy and cool. In the case of Arceus, he looks like a banana. So I have called. So I was going to call him Banana Lord, but since I lost him and re-got him, he is now the Risen Banana.
Nice.
And you didn't call the Giratina Banana Shatter.
I don't have enough. I can't fit that.
Coward.
If I were going to name a Giratina, I would name it Beetlejuice.
Is the name limit 10 characters?
It's 12.
12.
But the original spelling of Beetlejuice is 10 letters.
Ba-na-na-sha-ta. Double T-A. Banana Shatter.
Banana Shatter.
Or Nana Shatter, just N-A-N-A.
Um, like I like certain shinies. Like I love shiny Umbreon because it goes with like a black and blue coloration that looks really nice.
I'm honestly not sure which of the two I like better. I like shiny Umbreon. I like regular Umbreon. Shiny Espeon, though, I'm not sure what to make of that.
Shiny Espeon is a Martian. It's just green. A lot of shinies just become green.
I noticed that, which I mean, I enjoy because I like green, but
I think part of it is earlier gens. They had a randomized thing that selected the color, and it ended up on green just a lot for earlier gen Pokemon.
Makes sense.
But like, I really wanted a Tyrantrum because Tyrantrum goes from being like a red T-Rex to a blue T-Rex, and I like the blue T-Rex coloration.
I like blue colorations. I like shiny Voltorb and Electrode for that reason.
Mm.
Yeah, because they blue.
Trying to look like Great Balls instead of Pokeballs.
And you know, with Pokemon Legends Arceus, it's been very easy to go and get shinies in that game. They added so many different things.
They really did go above and beyond to help people shiny hunt. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, and like that's fun. But if you want me to go and sit in front of a legendary and just soft reset over 1,000 times, I tried that. And every time I have tried it, it has ended in tragedy. So I don't care anymore.
There were so many VTuber streams of them trying to do just that for Giratina.
Honestly, if you bring up legendary Pokemon, there's only one that springs immediately to mind that I would be willing to soft reset for until I got a shiny version. One guess which one.
I actually don't know which one you mean. What do you mean? Which one?
Rayquaza.
Yeah, Rayquaza. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll give you that one.
I have a shiny Rayquaza. It is sick.
Groudon and Kyogre would count. I mean, they're primal reversion forms.
Yeah, the primal reversion forms get the black coloration of Rayquaza, and it's super cool when they're shiny.
Yes. But magenta and gold, not sure about those.
Yeah. It's kind of how like I wish that Lugia had a better shiny form.
Yeah. We could spend an hour talking about Pokemon that we wish had better shiny forms.
Yeah.
I'm honestly trying to find image sprites of.
Oh, I have this. This is the shiny dex. It has a full list of all shiny Pokemon.
Wicked.
If you're listening to this, you can just type in shiny dex or
this,
Pokemon shiny dex.
This saves so much time trying to find the fucking sprites section in Bulbapedia.
Yeah,
Fuck that noise.
And if you hover over them with your mouse, they revert to their normal form, so you can see them quickly.
Looking at these top ones, Charizard stands out first, obviously. I like
Charizard with the black coloration.
I like shiny Sandslash.
Yeah. Shiny Sandslash is pretty cool.
Ooh, Darkrai.
Yeah, Darkrai gets more of a purple coloration.
Yeah. I like that one. It's good.
And you know, there's some very cool like this design coloration better than original.
I also love shiny Tentacruel.
But then there's some where it's like, unfortunately, you got a shiny.
Anyone else getting weirdness from Zero? Yeah, okay, he's gone. He's back.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. Problems with the Discord. But yeah, there's some really cool shiny Pokemon that I would take in a heartbeat over others.
Gold Steelix, that'd be wicked.
Gyarados stands out, of course, for obvious reasons.
Yeah, but that's cheating. It's so easy to get.
Yeah, but not any less epic appearing for it.
Yes.
I like Shiny Bellossom too.
Yeah, with the pink.
Purplish.
Yeah, purplish, and then you have a shiny Sudowoodo that gets the red leaves.
Yeah, I do like the red leaves on Sudowoodo. Oh, hmm. I see what they're going for with Ho-Oh, making it basically gold and silver in its shiny coloration. I wouldn't go for it, but I do appreciate the cleverness of that form.
Yeah, whereas Lugia just goes from like blue to pink.
Yeah.
Which,
Now,
you could argue that's Crystal, guys. Huh? Huh? No? Okay.
No.
the Gen 3 starters, though, I love Shiny Blaziken, just the darker shade of red there. And Shiny Sceptile is interesting too.
Like there's some slight changes that just like fix some things, and then there's some big changes that like are like, yeah, no, this one stands out.
And then there are some that have such cool designs, and then when they evolve, they lose them. For example, I love Shiny Nuzleaf. Shiny Shiftry kind of falls short.
Ponyta and Rapidash.
Yes.
Well, yes.
Ponyta has the blue flame. Rapidash, it goes into this dull purple.
It turns grey, turns to smoke.
It's more of a purplish in PLA at least, and in some of the earlier gens.
A little bit, but it is very much still just more looking like smoke than it does fire.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's not great.
Gen 4 has some really good shinies, which is why I'm really happy about how easy they are to get in PLA. Although I think the worst one is Garchomp.
Worst looking or like worst to get?
The worst shiny is Garchomp because it's literally just Garchomp but slightly less saturated.
Oh.
I mean, is that really the worst of the lot? I mean, look at Wormadam.
Fair. Fair.
Anyway, Chinese and such.
Yeah.
So what else have you done?
What else have I done? Well, I've been watching anime.
Yay!
To be exact, I have been watching Digimon Ghost Game and catching up on that.
Okay.
It's a Digimon show that it has an overarching story, but it's kind of Monster of the Weekish in that every monster is basically a horror story.
Okay.
For example, the first episode starts off with people are having their time being stolen and turned rapidly aged from like a kid into a 90-year-old and are now on their deathbeds.
I was about to say,
God.
didn't we watch an anime like this? But no, Chronos Ruler was in reverse of that.
And that's just the first, the first of many different horror themed encounters. And it's always a Digimon that's behind it, that's causing it, and I like the genre kind of focus on it being it is Digimon Ghost Game. It's all different horror stories and horror tropes, and people die.
That's a change.
So that's Digimon for you. Unlike Pokemon, people die. A lot of things die in Digimon.
Movie 3.
That's one example. I can point at anything Digimon and say that there's death in it.
It's true. It's way more common in Digimon.
Especially when it comes to lions.
Yeah. And poor Leomon, man. Anytime he appears, the death flags just start waving.
Yeah, I've been enjoying it. The stakes feel real, which is nice. And I also have been I've been watching Spy Family.
Mm.
You mean Spy
which
X Family?
Yeah, Spy Family, however you want to call it.
Spy X Family. They put
Though
the X
it's
in there.
kind
You
of
better
like
use it.
it's kind of like how Hunter x Hunter is not Hunter x Hunter because
No, it's Hunter X Hunter.
Anyway. I've been watching Spy Family. I read the manga for it, and I continue to read the manga for it. It's a very good show and a very good adaptation. They actually add in more stuff that makes it better. It is a wholesome anime about a spy whose mission is to infiltrate a country that is about to start war with his country. And his mission is he needs to have a family so that he can infiltrate. He needs to have a kid who can help him infiltrate the academy so he can establish a relationship or connection with one of the key figures within this other country. And they are very reclusive, so basically trying to get through this guy through his son who is going to attend the academy. So our spy needs to get a child and a wife in like a week.
Okay.
The child, Anya, he picks up from an orphanage. And turns out she is telepathic, and she can read his thoughts, so she immediately figures out he's a spy. But she's like, yo, that's sick. Adopt me. He doesn't know that she knows, And then ends up needing to find a wife because they need to register to go to the academy together. And he has this 6-year-old girl who's going to be going into like kindergarten at this fancy pants academy, and ends up with unknowingly getting a quote unquote fake wife who's a thing of convenience for both of them, who is also an assassin. And Anya, meanwhile, the kid knows both their secret identities. And it is wholesome and it is comedic and it's just great.
I like the premise. What was this called again?
Spy Family or Spy X Family, as some people might say. And so they all can be idiotic in their own ways and times, and things show up to try to disclose their identities, and they all are trying to keep secrets from each other, and shenanigans happen, but also at the same time they're growing closer and growing into an actual family, and it's really nice.
Also, the wife is in all of the porn.
Yeah, a lot of that.
As the new hotness,
At least
the female character, the female lead, is now in the porn.
At least it's an adult woman this time.
Yeah, she's not a high school student. Or younger.
So, yeah. Big recommend from me. Definitely go try it out, especially if you want something just something nice and wholesome, but also, a little bit funny. Yeah, that's it for anime that I've been watching. There's some other ones I'm hoping to catch up on as well. But when I was sick, I didn't have time to do much because I just wanted to sleep.
Yeah, that's fair.
So that's it for me.
How you doing, patient? You good?
I'm good, yeah. So I started the new job. I had Monday off, then I went there for 3 days. On the morning of the fourth day, I had unusually strong heartburn that I started fearing might be a heart attack, so I got excused from work for the rest of the day. It wasn't a heart attack, it was, in fact, just heartburn.
Yeah, heart attack. The signal is pain in the left arm, not necessarily the heart.
Fair enough.
Still, I have experienced strong heartburn before, and it is not a fun symptom to be going through.
Not really, no.
So, yeah, I definitely understand that.
Yeah. Kind of I am at the point where I am considering just having a bunch of, just basic over-the-counter medications just on hand, just around the flat, because I'm getting old. So,
it is good to be prepared, especially great prepared.
Yeah, but just to have like some antacids on hand would probably not be a bad idea.
Oh, you mean these?
Okay.
I got a box of Tums sitting behind me.
All right.
It's great.
Yeah, someone else did already encourage me to carry around some Tums.
Yeah.
They sell like 10 tablet little packs you can fit in your pocket pretty easily. I used to have one of those with me.
Yeah. I mean, there is a lot less stigma about men carrying bags with them now, so that's also an option of just like, hey, just have some things on you just in case you need them. Painkillers, antacids, other things that escape me because I've never really considered whether I need over-the-counter medication until now. So...
This actually came up at LARPing yesterday, is the older I get, the more I consider seriously buying a fanny pack, because, like, I don't know, it just seems like it's a great thing.
Yeah, it's just useful to... I mean, I need to have one because I have my cymbal cane that I need to... Sometimes that needs to go away, so...
That's fair.
Fair enough.
Yeah, that would be a suggestion, just to have some things on hand, just in case.
Oh yeah.
Well, nothing bad to report at the new job. It's a bit of an adjustment, obviously, but it seems like the staff that I'll be working with is quite accommodating. So I'll just take the time that I need to adjust and hopefully start a nice, pleasant career here.
Yeah.
Awesome. It's weird being around people that actually value you. It's crazy.
Indeed. I mean, over the time that I was working there, my immediate boss obviously is in the building. And then on Thursday and Friday, when she went on vacation herself to Vegas, her boss came to cover her. And then, and then that boss's boss was also there on Friday.
Huh. Wow.
The CEO was also in the market, but I didn't meet him.
Fair. It's pretty cool. Everyone's kind of there, or at least nearby.
Yeah. But not really much to remark on besides that. I've been doing a lot of editing for some friends of mine and enjoying the story. Kind of resenting that I have to go in blind to give the best results for editing, but, well, it yields the best results, so what can I say?
Yeah.
It does, yeah.
I've also started playing Kirby and the Forgotten Land recently. I just got to the third area. I very much enjoyed the little task, help the lost ducklings find their mama. That was incredibly charming.
Yeah, I love that one. I love Kirby.
I'm wondering how Eldritch, the Eldritch abomination at the end, is going to be. Don't spoil me, of course, but yeah, I'm enjoying it thus far.
That is a genuine thing to wonder in a Kirby game. That's a fair point.
Considering the premise of how that game starts, I wouldn't say it's.
He literally said, "Don't spoil me."
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I'm.
It's cool. It's fine.
Do.
Anything else?
Patient, you with us?
Yeah, I'm with you. Sorry. Was multitasking. And yeah, there was the whole vortex at the beginning that gave Kirby the mouthful mode ability. And believe it or not, I had actually forgotten about evolving the techniques until I started the game, and I love that feature. I really love that feature.
Just see what Kirby can wrap his entire mouth and body around.
Well, yes, I like that too. It's comical and it's interesting. Well, I'll say that much. It's interesting.
This was shown in the trailer, so this wouldn't be considered a spoiler. But the glider mode.
Oh yeah, I've been to that one.
When Kirby swallows something that's vaguely disc shaped and allowed him to go like as a full glider, that's a very fun little like breaking up the gameplay moment where you have to fly through the various hoops and avoid enemies. I always like that in games.
I've played one of those already. The most recent one I've played like it was the roller coaster.
Mm.
And it's nice that retry Warp Star at the end of it.
Yeah, in case you missed anything. Like, if you want, you can 100% each of these levels on your first time through. Save all the wild E's and everything.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, I just wish I could actually do that. The only level that I've managed 100% all the way through since I started was the very first one. Some of those hidden missions are just very well hidden.
Yeah. Some of them are very hidden. You have to go through it multiple times. Other times it is like, for every boss, for example, there's always a mission that is go through it hitless. Take no damage. Don't get hit once.
I had to try the first boss a couple of dozen times before I managed that. Whereas with the second boss, I managed it on my second try.
Yeah, what power you're using helps a lot. Because it's no damage, and some power ups that you get possess a very strong guard. I believe the upgraded sword gives you a giant shield you can pull out when you guard. Yes. That will block all damage, and it works for getting that particular unlock.
I mean, Zomniac did tell me it's his copy of the game that I'm using right now. He's done with it, and he's planning to hawk it as soon as I've had my fill of it. I might just buy it from him, honestly. But the point is, he told me if I was having trouble with it, I should just come back once I've got the upgraded sword, and I took that as a challenge and beat it with the level 1 sword, no matter how long it took.
Wow.
It helps that there's a perfect dodge in the game as well.
Oh,
like it gives you the frickin' Bayonetta slowdown time.
Kirby entering Witch Time.
Yes, you could enter Witch Time as Kirby. It's great.
Well, I mean,
I'm trying to think of a pun. Goddamn. Yeah. Sorry.
Not sure I want to know. Anyway,
he was trying to think of a pun. He failed.
Well, I don't think there's been anything else going on besides that, though. So, things have been well, and things are going well.
Good.
Things are getting better, and hopefully with this vacation, they'll be even better. So,
if you get the chance, try out the co-op mode in Kirby and the Forgotten Lands. It's pretty fun.
I'll keep that in mind.
So, Casey, now that we can hear you, what have you been up to?
So, House Flipper is a nice, calm, relaxing game where the customers are sociopaths. You can get a job where they say, hey, my cousin's out of town, she's an artist, please repaint all the walls because I hate her color scheme.
Oh, right. You did talk about all of this last week. It just wasn't recorded.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, no, that makes, the idea that you can just hire someone else to ruin someone else's property like that is great.
Yeah.
What a dystopian world.
Yeah. There's also... Shit. Did I talk about another game that I played?
I don't know. Have you played anything else?
I don't know. I think I talked about Rogue Legacy and Star Wars on a previous episode. Like an actual episode, not shitfest that released last time. I should stop shit talking that episode because you guys were great. I was shit.
I mean, you were great besides the audio issues. Like, it was a fun episode.
What a shame. God damn it.
You did mention Rogue Legacy 2, though.
Yeah.
Wow, when I was around, so...
Yeah. And Star Wars, because I was definitely talking about Star Wars with you, because you were like, yeah, something. And Jujutsu Kaisen is a really good anime.
I've been hearing things about it. What's the premise? I know nothing about it.
Naruto.
Naruto done right, was it?
Yo.
It is literally Naruto. Okay, let me put it the way I put it last time. That is now lost in the ether. You know how My Hero Academia, when it came out, everyone was like, Green Naruto is just doing Naruto. No.
This is Green Naruto?
No. This is Pink Naruto. Because the Naruto character has pink hair, so it's Pink Naruto. And he is a character who swallows a cursed object because it might kill them otherwise. And it has a portion of the power of a really evil, cursed being, which is the monster type thing in the series. And it's like the god of cursed beings or something like that. It's been weeks since I watched it, so some of the details are getting a little fuzzy. But yeah, he swallows this finger, and it has a portion of the power of this being, and it can take over his body and use its power while inside him. But this main character has the ability to just totally no-sell it and take back his body whenever he wants.
Why?
That has yet to be established.
Okay.
There is an in-universe reason why he's highly resistant.
I assume as much.
Yeah, presumably. The entire premise is there are 20 of these particular fingers and toes of this being that exist in the world, and they are incredibly dangerous. So what is suggested as the plan is the main character eats all of these fingers and toes and gets the entirety of Sukuna, who is the sealed being's power, and then they kill him, and then Sukuna is gone forever.
Wow. So can they not, like, destroy the fingers or something?
No.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, like, literally the entire point is all they can do is seal the cursed objects away. If someone takes in the cursed object and then they die, then the curse is gone. But that kind of requires someone to die.
Right.
And also, usually what happens is the curse just takes them over and makes them incredibly dangerous and probably kill a lot of people.
So this guy's running around slurping up toes so that he can die.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
There are two sides to this whole thing. There are certain people that are like, yeah, let him eat all the fingers and toes and we can solve this problem with finality. And then there are the people that are like, no, that's way too fucking dangerous. Yeah, he can fight off the possession now, but once he's got, like, what, 5, 10, 15, all of them? Like, if he gets all 20 and then he can no longer fight off the possession, then we just have a fully incarnated Sukuna wandering around who we literally can't kill. Yeah. So that is one of the conflicts in the show. There are 4 main characters. There is the Naruto, who is your main guy who has a sealed evil inside of him that gives him incredible power. There is the Sasuke, who is a dour, dark-haired, brooding fellow who is incredibly talented, but has a mysterious past and difficulty socializing.
Is he also really good at cook, too?
He is not a very good cook. He knows how to cook one thing because, what's his name? The main character taught him how to do it. That's the thing, I'm going to get to it. And then we have the girl, or the Sakura, if you like, who is a pretty girl who is basically a gorilla in attitude of just, fuck it, I'm going to punch my problems away. You might understand why I call her the Sakura.
Yeah, that's fair.
And then we have the Kakashi, who has white spiky hair, wears a blindfold all the time, and has an irreverent attitude toward everything around him.
So this person really didn't like what they did to Naruto.
I guess not.
I mean, the entire premise being we're going to grab these pieces of this broken god so that we can kill this god and I'm going to die, versus I want to be the Hokage. Like, those are two very different characters.
Oh, yeah.
Like, yeah, on the face of it, if you look at all of those elements, it is absolutely fucking Naruto. It is so Naruto it hurts. But also, it does a lot better in establishing character, theme, and relationships. Because one of the first things that happen is... I'm going to spoil most of the first episode, I think, talking about this. But it's the first episode. I'm going to not spoil anything after that. But, you know, I've already spoiled the main plot point of the first episode anyway. So, what happens is the main character, Itadori, is his name. He looks after his very much dying granddad. Like, he's in hospital. He's a cantankerous old shit. No one likes to deal with him, but the kid still goes and sees him every chance he gets to, you know, make sure he's okay and take care of him. I mean, the nurses are taking care of him, but, you know, he keeps him company when he can. And literally the moment before he dies, his grandpa gives him one last piece of advice of, do your best, try to help people, don't die alone like me. And then he dies right there. That is a few hours before the whole finger thing starts happening.
I see.
So the thematic through line of the whole thing is how you choose to die. Which, let's bring back that whole thing about the fingers, and, you know, he's probably going to die at the end of this whole scheme. That's kind of the point.
Yeah.
I'm sure there will be some Deus Ex Machina when that starts happening, but for now, that's his original goal. Or at least the consequence he's accepting.
Yeah. He wants to find an appropriate way to die, and he wants to make sure other people have... I forget how it was phrased. A good death. A noble death, something like that. So he is very intent on making sure when people die, they're allowed to pass with dignity and not just be savaged and like just go in really horrible and lonely and sad ways. And they treat that with a lot of dignity, and aren't shy about what that actually means and the fact that he doesn't quite know what that means.
I think that's respectable. That he doesn't know. Like, they didn't just instantly give him that information.
Yeah.
He has to learn it through life experience.
And I am tiptoeing right up to the line of spoiling things, but in the job he's doing, people die, and he sometimes has to be responsible for it. So that whole theme of a dignified death really comes back in really harsh ways sometimes.
Yeah, that's fair.
You're selling me on this.
It is really, really good. It's very well put together. It is more put together than Naruto was in terms of theme, because Naruto had a very simple theme to start with. It was about acceptance more than anything else. And then as it went on, the cycle of hatred thing just started to be the only thing that mattered, and it was really dumb. And the relationship between Naruto and Sasuke was not established well enough for us to buy Naruto's entire life revolving around this one dude that tried to kill him once. So that was not great. But in this, the relationships are much more firmly established that these people are friends. And they trust and rely on each other, partially because they have to, but partially because they actually do kind of click. I can't say any more about that because it would be spoilers.
That's fair.
And there is the one other thing that I mentioned about this last time that I really want to bring up again. Nanami is the best ever. Like, just the greatest. Because he is basically the only adult in the room. To the point where he treats dealing with curses as a 9-to-5 job, to the point his powers also include that, as it being a 9-to-5 job. And he gives lectures on what it means to be an adult that made me stop, sit back, and have to think about it for a minute or so. I said this last time. Yeah, Slicer immediately understood completely. The speech goes something like, being an adult is going to the store and finding that your favorite bread is no longer for sale. It's seeing all of these little moments of the things you like disappearing from the world.
It's brutal.
That's what it means to be an adult.
Ow.
It hurts.
Don't. Being an adult is seeing all your favorite childhood franchises and cartoons being remade into terrible CGI monsters.
Yup.
So yeah, that's my favorite character.
Honestly, nah, I shouldn't debate with a fictional character, but it's a cynical outlook. You lose some things as you get older. You just have to make sure that what you gain in the process is enough to keep living for.
You're not wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, no, that's entirely accurate. But it's also like somebody whose mentality is the process of growing old is a process of loss, and having that be something that influences like their powers. That's kind of very interesting.
Yeah, his whole thing is very cool. I very much appreciate that. They do a tournament arc. It is very brief and doesn't have anything to do with a tournament, so that's kind of appreciated.
Fair enough. Nice to have that that's subverted a little bit for once.
Yeah, just like completely. It's like, hey, we're gonna have an inter-school competition. Nobody cares. Let's just do a completely different thing. It's pretty much how it goes.
I mean, I assume the rest of the school is just. Is the rest of the school normal, or are they all in like Demon Slayer school or something?
Here's how it works. There are a couple of schools that are about, dealing with curses, jujutsu schools. The main characters are in has 3 students of their year, which is them. The year above them has 4, I want to say.
Jesus, that's a small class.
And the year above them have not appeared yet, I believe. They've been mentioned. One of them has been mentioned by name, but they have not appeared on screen.
I imagine the profession is one that's not very easy to come by.
Not really, no. It requires very specific skills and abilities, and there are clans and stuff that have a history of doing this sort of thing, but they're all assholes and counterintuitive and counterproductive in the way that they train their kids and all this stuff. So you can have drama of, like, the family backgrounds and how that all plays into it. Yeah. So, not a gigantic cast of, like, 20 main characters and 20 side characters like My Hero Academia.
Yeah. That was a little rough.
Yeah. Very, very, very small cast, very Naruto. It is a very Naruto story focus, but it's a very narrow story focus also. Yeah. So that is a very good show. I am looking forward to the next season that will hopefully come out next year. I hope.
Hell yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome.
Good stuff. As for stuff that I didn't talk about last week, shit, did I do anything that I didn't talk about last week? Fuck. No, pretty much not. No.
Fair enough.
I
just done more writing and reading and stuff?
Yeah, my week for this week mostly consisted of staring at word processors. So,
Yeah.
It was a busy week because everything was late. Because I suck.
I mean, yeah, that's what most of this week was full of for me. It was finishing off a document that's been in process for a long time. So.
Yeah.
Work. Adulting. Sort of.
I'll be honest, I do kind of hate that word now. Just adulting is like...
As in it's cringy or just not accurate?
It's cringy.
But
But,
that's fair.
Like, that is a word from like 10 years ago, so it does fit my generation. Like that's not a weird thing. Like that was a thing that I was like, oh, I have to be an adult now. I have to pay taxes and shit. That was the thing that I understood and got along with at the time. But now I'm 30 fucking 3, and it feels really sad to call it that anymore. That feels like a very 20-something word, maybe.
I'm gonna keep using it. Just
You
as I
have
keep
fun
using
with
the
that.
term. Just as I keep using the term Wawa for water. That was fun. Played a board game last night where it's about shipping water and batteries, and the word "take my Wawa" came up multiple times.
See, I can't fault that because that is so far beyond. Like that's a 5-year-old's word, so that makes it circle right the way back around to being okay, fair enough. You do that. You go ahead. Rock that word.
Is anyone looking forward to anything? It's coming out soon. I've kind of lost track of what's on the horizon, honestly.
I have no idea what's happening anytime soon.
So I still need to play Lego Star Wars. I'm going to probably pick that up.
I have heard nothing but good things, so I mean, yeah.
It is quite good. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we're almost to freaking June.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like there's going to be a lot of cool stuff in July specifically.
Is there?
But, yeah. Let me double check. Because I know Xenoblade is coming out in July. But,
oh, yeah, you mentioned that, and I was all paranoid because that's way fucking early.
It was Xenoblade Digimon Survive is currently coming out.
Oh, that's
in
the
July
one where
as
you
well.
have to stab Digimon through a fence, right?
It's the you know what? Sure.
I got that reference. Good
Yeah.
And Live Alive is coming out in July. Klonoa remake's coming out in July. What's going on in June? Oh yeah, the Fire Emblem Warriors 3 Hopes, Sonic Origins.
Wait, what?
Sonic Origins. You not hear about this?
No.
Oh, you didn't hear about Sonic Origins?
No.
So you know how you know the Sonic Mania guys?
Yeah.
So it's decided let's go remake some old Sonic games. Let's get some classic Sonic games and add them in. I believe Sonic Origins has Sonic. How many games does it have? I have to double check. It's Sonic the Hedgehog 1, 2, Sonic 3 and Knuckles, and Sonic CD digitally remastered. Which also has like an anniversary mode, which has a full screen display and an infinite number of lives.
Okay, so it's just a compilation, basically.
It's basically a compilation of all the classic stuff.
That sounds like a waste of time for those guys to do. They are capable of so much more.
I think it's one of the. I'm not sure which team. One of the people working on it, but they were like, I want to do this.
All right.
So it also has new cutscenes, like animated cutscenes.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah. I mean, I'll play it. I can bitch, but I'll end up playing it. Like I was honestly, before we even started recording, I was watching and listening to someone do a live reaction of the Sonic Mania soundtrack. Like, he's a musician and such, and And I immediately, as soon as I started hearing the fucking trailer music, I was like, I want to play Sonic Mania. Just like right then and there. Just instantly. So, I could go for some more Sonic right now, to be perfectly honest. So, I could talk shit. Who the fuck am I?
Yeah.
A sap,
Also,
that's who I am.
You can play through a quote-unquote story mode that plays the 4 games in order with anime cutscenes that bridge the stories together, is what it was.
Oh, cool.
Oh,
That's actually pretty cool.
yeah.
Yeah.
Probably like a very simple shot of Sonic and Tails shaking hands as they meet for the first time, and then immediately goes into Sonic 2.
Also has you can also control Tails and Knuckles in any of these games.
Oh, damn.
With the exception of Knuckles and Sonic CD. And Sonic can use the drop dash from Mania.
Knuckles in Sonic 1 is a thing that has never happened.
Well, he didn't exist at that point, so I'm not surprised.
No, I mean, specifically, Knuckles in Sonic 1 is a thing that has never happened. You could get him in 2 with the lock-on feature. You could just literally have it so that Knuckles is now playable in Sonic 2. But Sonic and Knuckles with Sonic 1 locked onto it would be the Blue Spheres game, where it was like 1,000,000 levels of Get Blue Spheres. The special stage from Sonic 3.
Yeah, I remember that.
Which they are including the Blue Spheres minigame. So.
Yes! I shouldn't be excited about that. That thing actually makes my eyes go funny now, because I'm old. I'd have trouble playing it nowadays.
Yeah. And there's a whole in-game museum and everything that you can, has that sort of thing for these.
Unlock things for, presumably.
Yeah.
Like, hey,
yeah,
get
extra
all the
unlock
Chaos Emeralds
things
and stuff, and you get new things.
Yeah. But that's coming out in June 23rd.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna buy it. Like, that's how that's gonna go. Because I can talk shit, but the Sonic thing from those guys is good.
Yeah, I mean, the only other thing that I really care about is Mario Strikers coming out June 10th, but that's kind of like not a big deal.
It is a Mario sports game that is a party game. It is kind of dumb, but that is the point.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some stuff I'm looking forward to, but yeah. I don't think I did the Patreon, so I gotta read that off as well.
Yeah.
Since we're wrapping things up. Because I was sick.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think you got a pass for having the plague.
Yeah. Thank you to our patrons who donated to us for the month of May. Thank you to
April.
April. Yeah. April. My brain. We're almost done with May. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ryu, for that. Ryu Hitsia for that $10 donation. Thank you to Sailor of House Thunderbird for that $5 donation. Thank you to Vale for your $10 donation. Thank you to Boy Buy Fresh for your $20 donation. See you in the D&D game. Oh, there's a D&D game that one of my friends is that Chetty is starting up. That some of the guys from the Fandom Flux are joining in that.
I didn't even consider. I don't have time, sadly.
Thank you, Other Ryu, for your $4.20. Thank you, Greek Guy, for your $1 donation. Thank you to Ethan F for $10 donation. Thank you to Bomber BCM for $1 donation. Thank you to the Crossbrain for your $10 donation. And thank you to Troper37 for your $10 donation. You guys are awesome. Thank you for your continued support.
Continuous support is fantastic. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Are there any spots left on that D&D game, by the way? I'm not sure what day you guys settled on, but I'm free.
I think we're settled on Thursday, every other Thursday.
Okay.
Right.
To play.
Yeah, right now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 players.
Gotcha.
So probably not open, but if somebody drops, I'll let them know.
Sounds good. Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't want to put the DM through any more than 6. That's just fine.
Yeah, I have to DM for 7 in one of my games, and it is something that you can only do if you are experienced as a DM. And my friend is, yeah. It takes experienced players and DM. That's not easy to come by. But yeah, if there are any spots open up, I'm going to be playing a dwarf wizard in that game.
Nice.
His name is Dorf the Dwarf. He hit his head on a stump and remembers nothing.
Interesting high-end character.
He is called Dorf because a kid pointed at him and said Dorf.
Good enough reason as any.
It's like, is that who I am? Okay.
He remembers nothing but how to throw fireballs.
Only fireball.
He has his spell book. That's the only source of anything that he has to go off of.
Well, fair enough. I hope you guys have a great time.
I hope I have a great time as well. I think I will.
Okay, so that's a real episode, not a shitty episode that I fucked up. Yay.
Woo!
Well, we'll find out.
Yeah, it's true.
I can't even be mad at myself for last time. Like, that was 100% not my fault.
I was gonna say, that was full on Microsoft. That's not you.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, so it was a good episode. I think we covered all the things that. So, thanks for listening. Discord link in the description, Patreon link in the description. Bye, everybody.
See you guys.
Rabbits.
Bye-bye.